Well, good morning and happy Thursday. Looks like it's going to be a great day. And the Cubs are up 9-2 and off to a great start. By the way, I'm not interested in hearing from any Yankee fans at the moment. Yes, you have a slightly higher percentage as I write this, but the Cubs are off to a great start, and it's going to be a great day. And we are looking at a great letter, or as I have been arguing, perhaps a great sermon. This is the book of Hebrews, a magisterial letter, the literary high water mark of the New Testament, written to a Hebrew audience, mid to late 60s, and it comes our way, as many Hebrew sermons do, with the structure of an argument. In particular, an a fortiori argument, a style of debate in which you make a point and then you say, if that's true, imagine how much more this is true. So you start with strength, but then you multiply that strength. For instance, Jesus says, tells the parable of the unjust judge who is not interested in giving this widow justice, but she keeps coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. And eventually the judge hears her case. Imagine, Jesus says, if it's true for an unjust judge, imagine how much more true it is for God who loves you. And it's this appeal to prayer. Keep praying. Or God, not a sparrow falls to the ground, but that God knows this. Imagine, if it's true of a sparrow, imagine how much more true it is of you. So that's the argument, that's the style. And I want to read now Hebrews chapter 2. Beginning with verse 1, therefore we must pay much closer attention to what we have heard, lest we drift away from it. For since the message declared by angels proved to be reliable, and every transgression or disobedience received a just retribution, how shall we escape if we neglect such a great salvation? It was declared at first by the Lord, and it was attested to us by those who heard, while God also bore witness by signs and wonders and by various miracles and by gifts of the Holy Spirit distributed according to his will. So this second chapter starts with the word therefore. And we shouldn't start probably a new chapter with the word therefore, because it obviously is tying back to what has gone before it. So we're breaking up an argument. But by the way, the chapter and verses found in the Bible were not, part of what was initially written. They're not inspired. The joke is they were put in place by this circuit rider on a horse. And every once in a while you can tell when the horse stumbled. And he made his little hand mark in the wrong place. This doesn't seem to be the right place to start a new chapter. It is. But let's just correct that. The therefore is tying us back to the argument that has been made. And so the argument that's being made is that if Jesus is who he is, right? He is the creator. He is the sustainer. He is the owner of everything. He is the redeemer. He is the ruler, right? He's over everybody. He's over everything. This first chapter of Hebrews sort of makes that point. It's not unlike other first points that get made. Paul's always identifying Jesus Christ as the Lord, right? He's over all. Or John, the Logos. I was just getting ready to record not this Saturday's history lesson that's going to be on the fall of Jerusalem, but the next Saturday's, which is on the first apology, Justin Martyr's first defense of the faith. And he's a big guy that talks about the Logos. And the Logos was this Greek concept of the idea of the ultimate meaning giver. And so the Greeks had given up on finding ultimate meaning. It was a failed project from philosophy. And then John comes by and he says, in the beginning was the Word, the Logos, right? He's the ultimate. He's the one that defines everything. So all these letters are going to start by celebrating Jesus. And Hebrews does it in a big way. And it then says, okay, given who he is, like if you were supposed to obey the angels, and this is sort of a reference to the idea that that the Ten Commandments given by God to Moses came through angels. Angels were handing this over to Moses. And so if what you got with the law came through angels, now you're getting this from God. You're getting this from Jesus. You're getting this from the ruler, the creator, the sustainer. And so if you thought it was important to obey the law before, it is that much more important to obey Jesus. And so I just want to, as we think about moving into the second chapter, I just want to say, it's exceedingly necessary to honor and to defer to Christ, to have our lives and our understandings and our worldview shaped by Jesus. Is that true of you? Right? Do you have a big enough understanding of who Jesus is? This is not like, imagine if, the most important person in your industry or the most important politician or somebody else said this. Like, how much weight would you give to it? No, we're just completely exponentially times a billion going beyond that. That's who Jesus is. And so it is imperative that our lives reflect that. I hope your life reflects that today. Have a good day.